By the early 90s, I was doing 20 to 30 weeks a year on the road as a comic. It was really all I had ever wanted to do with my life, and it had really begun to lose its glamour. A lot of hotel rooms, a lot of comics condos with locks on the telephone, because Andy Kindler can't make a fucking collect call. I met the most negative human on the planet. Unfortunately, I didn't figure this out till it was too late. He and I booked a series of gigs together. We were both starting in Vegas on the same weekend. I was opening for Robert Schimmel at Bally's at Catch a Rising Star. He was at the Comedy Stop at the Trop, right up the strip, a horrible club where they actually have a clock face in the floor of the stage because they don't want you going a minute over your time. If you do, they dock your pay. His last show was at midnight on a Saturday. We were to get together, and we got into his Honda CRX. We were going to go up Reno, Park City, Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah for the next weekend, Pocatello, Idaho, and then Northern California, Redding, San Jose, Monterey, and down the coast. I don't know, Santa Barbara, Santa Maria. We were going to wind up down in San Diego at the end of the thing. We left Vegas in his car. He told me for an hour and a half that his girlfriend had just broken up with him before he left LA, that she was the most beautiful woman he had ever met, that he adored her, that he didn't know how he was going to live without her, that he had never felt so alone, he had never felt so afraid, he had never been so depressed. He told me this for an hour and a half, and then he said, "You're single, you might have some ideas on how to handle this, you know, because you're a fairly smart guy, and you seem to be getting along okay." And I said, "Well, I think," and he said, "Hey, did it sound to you like I was finished?" And I began to look ahead at the upcoming 3 weeks with a sort of a dread unlike any I had experienced before. Clubs where they knew me, I would headline, he would middle. At clubs where they knew him, he would headline, I would middle. So depending on the structure of the show, I would speak 30 or 60 minutes a night, and he would speak the rest of the time. We got to a town just outside of San Francisco. I had never seen San Francisco before. I was very excited to go see San Francisco. He wouldn't hear of letting me rent a car. He would go into town with me. So we left in the morning. It took us an hour to get into San Francisco. Our show was at 8 at night. We had the day to spend, and it was beautiful. Saw Haight-Ashbury, played Frisbee with some strangers. I saw the tree from the Janis Joplin photograph, and I sort of looked at it and thought about all the things it must have seen, and I put my hands on it, and I thanked it for accepting my spent air and giving me its oxygen, and asked it if it had any wisdom for me, and it didn't. And then at 4 in the afternoon, with hours to spare before our show, plenty of time to get lost, re-find ourselves, get to the hotel, take a shower, and still get to the show, we left San Francisco. Leaving San Francisco, we crossed a bridge and reached a place where, as we were driving, there was hard rock cliff up to our left. And off to our right, the bay. Crystal and blue and clear, with sailboats dancing and bobbing and leaning in the breezes. And at the top of this cliff to our left, there was a cloud. If you were up there, it would be fog. Just right there, sitting on the edge of the cliff like icing, just starting to drip down, just dripping down over the edge of the cliff. To my right, the beautiful clear sky over the bay. To my left, this slow motion waterfall coming down the cliff. I could see it moving. To my right, no hint of a cloud. To my left, the cliff has disappeared. To my right, the bay is gone. And I was in awe, amazed by the magic of the weather the universe had provided me. And he said, "Great, now we've got fucking fog to contend with!" And at that moment, it occurred to me that maybe, just maybe, there was no guarantee that a life in comedy would make me happy.